Well, good morning, you lovely lot, and how are you on this Wednesday morning? You're joining us on Crafters TV for our Love to Craft event. We love everything about the week following up to Valentine's, that Valentine's week, and we thought, you know what, why don't us crafters get in with that love? Because we absolutely love to craft. We know we all do here in the studios, we know you do out there, so remember, we're galleries open. Send in what you love to craft with, because we'd love to see your pictures. That would be amazing, and then we can show them throughout the day with the shows. Now, do have to tell you some really good stuff though. We have double discount. I don't need to whisper, I don't think it's a secret. We have double discount, which is absolutely amazing. We have deals galore going on through the event. The Love to Craft, we've got up to 70% off on some items, so please go and shop the website because it's amazing. There's sticker deals, we're calling them sticker deals, so look for those stickers, see how much discount you're getting off, and have to tell you another thing, if you don't know from yesterday, when you get that discount, you get your also Inspire discount on top of that as well. I mean, that's, who gives you that? Who gives you that incentive to buy that amazing craft stuff that you want to and get additional discount on top of that? Anyway, I've waffled on enough because I'm not on my own today. I'm with one of my all-time favourite people. I absolutely love him. You do too, and I can't wait to see what he's got in store with us. So, morning, Craig. How are you doing?
Good morning, you gorgeous lady. I'm doing so good. Thank you very much. I am raring to go, and boy, I really am raring to go. On this side all day today, which is going to be so much fun. We're in our second studio today, but we will be back in our normal one throughout the remaining of today. This whole week has all been about that love to craft, as you saying, Debbie. Now, I didn't see your masterclass yesterday, Debbie, but I did see the comments, and boy, you had a fabulous day, didn't you?
Do you know what it is, Craig? And you'll be the same today. It's finding what you love to use, isn't it? And yes. I mean, I know you love your nesting dies, so that's just we're going to be in awe today of what Craig's got. In fact, I have to say, I've had a little sneaky peek of what Craig's got coming up, and honestly, he's got some amazing things lined up. But that's what it is. When you love to craft, when you've got the right tools, the right products, you know that you're going to be able to create something spectacular, because it makes you that crafter that you want to be, not the crafter that we always are. And I say that because even when, and I think you'll be the same, Craig, when I first started crafting, I used to think I'd failed, because I used to create some quite awful things, but the tools weren't around then that what we've got now. So I think that's really important. Definitely. And I know, Craig, for you, the tools that you've got today with the nesting dies are incredible. So before we get over to Craig to see exactly what he's doing today, I do have a little goodie bag. Now, these bags are amazing because they're grab bags, so grab them while you can, because we don't have many of them. But this one, Craig has specifically put together. It's amazing. It is full of nesting dies. The first one we've got, I'm going to bring this one out. This is our bergamot. It's a beautiful nesting die. Actually, Craig, this one is one of my favourites. I love this die. Absolutely beautiful.
Do you want a big tease?
Oh, go on then.
Masterclass. Guess what's back? What's going to be used with that one? It's the foil press. You've asked to see our foil press now used within other areas of our collection. So in Masterclass, the foil press for one demo is coming out with that one, Debbie.
See, I absolutely told you Craig would think outside the box and bring to us something really magnificent, and that's amazing. I love that. And what a great die to use with the foil press. So definitely stay tuned for 2 o'clock later on. So we've got that one in our grab bag. Then we've got our inverted stitched lace edge circles. Those two is what it would cost you. £25, $35, $20 if you're in the £20 if you're in the platinum price, and $28. That's amazing. So you're getting those two. That's your price of your bag. And then additional to that, you're getting, now this one is amazing. That's your cross-stitch stitched frame. I'm sure we'll see more about those as we go through. And the other one we've got in there, which is a really large one, which was one of our Slimline dies here. We've actually got our Ferrera in that one as well. So you're getting all all 4 of those dies, you're actually saving $29.96. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. £25 or $35 today, which is an absolute steal. So if ever there was a nesting die you wanted to go for today, go for those ones, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Right, the next thing we're going to do is look at what Craig has got in store for us now.
I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tease you with the first one, Debbie. So this is what we're going to be making. This is actually the very first one that we're going to make, and this is using our Stitch Square nesting die from, of course, our grab bag. Say our grab bag, it is my one. As Debbie said, I had a hand in choosing what goes in. What I have to say with the grab bags, there's not many. There is not many, so please keep that one in mind. But we're going to use the square stitch edge nesting dies to be using this one. There's little Clemmy. I'm going to have a couple of days back home in Scotland from tomorrow, so I'm going to be seeing her. Lots of cuddles. So we're going to do that one next. Then, what we're going to do with the masterclass, look at this one there. Now we're going to focus on that backdrop, but we're going to bring in our new folders that you may have got when they sold out. So it's just building them up, pure colour, straight colour. We will be using pattern papers throughout today. Then there's your masterclass later on as well with the foil press. So it's combining them with that gold foiling, with that base layer, but then starting to do your die cutting on top. Look how well that the daisies work as well. You wouldn't always think that hit of blue, navy with the gold and the daisy works well, but it's a nice way just to combine them all, Debbie.
It's beautiful. I mean, that is so beautiful.
But then these are just lots and lots and lots of other ideas that you can get creative with when it comes to the other collections. Remember, this is all based on the nesting die, so it could be the inverted, it can be the slimline. What we're also then going to be making within Masterclass as well, look at that. We're going to then make a little sweet bag as well. So that's the inverted nesting dies. So if you've maybe got the new collection from Violet Studio, the Easter one, use elements from that. That little bunny rabbit is actually from the collection from last year. So bringing in elements you've already got. Then going in at Beautiful Beginnings, we're also going to have a look at the birthday box. We'll also have a look at it within Wake Up Call as well. Lots and lots and lots. Now look at these ones. I actually had these ones on Hobby Maker here in the UK the other day. And I know that you guys loved them then, you loved them here. So we've got these ones here. So this is part of that same family that I showed you with the square stitch, but there is a nice collection for you. But there is just loads and loads and loads of incredible deals. I mean, look at that one. Look at that. That's going to work very, very well with a certain Sarah collection that's going to be launching very, very soon, I feel. So think about your past collections, Debbie. And this is the thing when it comes to nesting dies, when it comes to frame nesting dies. They are literally going to work with anything. Anything, whether it's the backdrop, whether it's actually the card, whether it's the frame, whether you're going to be then using your foil press going forward with them as well. We know many of you invested in the foil press. Now going forward, you want to see how you can use it in with your Crafters Companion collections. That's what we're going to do in Masterclass as well. That is why, not only being on with you, Debbie, but I'm beyond excited about having this nesting die masterclass today.
Oh, absolutely love it. So if you're intrigued by what we're all doing this week, we're bringing in what we like to do the most. So Craig's today obviously is nesting dies. We've got somebody coming in each day. So Sarah will be in tomorrow. We've then got Leanne on Friday. We've got Michelle on Saturday. And then Corinne on Sunday. Yes, so amazing. Just a few hellos before we get to Craig. So Sarah Brown is in. So morning, Sarah, or evening, should I say, in Australia. She's saying hello again to her friends. Nice to be here and sending you all hugs from Melbourne, Australia. She's saying to the Crafters TV and all the gang behind the scenes in the gallery, we have for the show. Oh, who we have for the show, sending you all hugs as well. Christine Mahone is in. Good morning, Christine. Hi, Debbie and Craig and team. Wow, Craig, those glasses look great. Doesn't he look very debonair?
Stop it.
Yes. Karen's in from Kentucky. Pamela's also waving hello. Lillian's in, saying hello to us all. And Karen is saying, so great to see Craig back on the demo side. Yeah, I always get that, Craig. People like you on the demo inside. So, yeah, it's amazing. Oh, Debbie, Mr. Yodel has my template library on board. Plenty before me, so I should be back. I should be back from the hospital when it arrives. And Craig looks very intellectual with his specs on. Yes, I agree. He is very intellectual, I have to say. Johnny's not agreeing in my ear. He's been quite rude, actually.
He's very quite rude.
Brenda's in saying good morning as well from Saxonbury. Michelle's saying good morning from PA. And Jerry's in saying morning from Maryland. Sarah's saying, wow, Craig, loving the glasses. Lots of love for your glasses, Craig. Sandra's in saying that she absolutely loves nesting dies. She loves... Craig's mic has just sprung into life. Oh, so you've only just started to hear him. That's good. At least you can hear him. And then Alison is saying Craig is looking spiffy today in his vest and glasses. Yes, I like that one. Spiffy.
I like that one as well.
Alison's in, Kirsty's in saying she's got 2 parcels coming today.
Awesome.
From CC. Whoop, whoop. Template library in one. Dee is saying she's very excited to be here with us from Kenya. Wow, we had Kenya before. We had Dee Shah in from Kenya, and then we've got, they're all coming through. So in fact, as I'm reading them, you're just sending more and more hello. So good morning, hello, afternoon, evening to everybody. But let's get started and see what Craig's going to be doing first.
So we are going to use our stitch square here. Now these ones here, I've always said, now this is from the grab bags. And the reason I put these ones in, because yes, they are that framework, but then what you've also got is that cross-stitched element. Now what I'm just going to do is, I'm just leaning back here, Debbie, because last night I tried to dig this out. If you remember, over a year ago when I was in the hospital and I spent a bit of time doing cross-stitch, it was leading up to Christmas time. Yeah. And the reason I brought this one in, I had one that was already done, it was just sitting at the side, is these ones I've always said, these are the perfect ones. If you do cross-stitching, these are the perfect ones to actually frame your cross-stitching or create your own card blanks using these to frame the cross-stitching. So I'm not going to do it within this one, but I just wanted to grab it when I was at home last night, just to bring it in to see, you know, and depending on the size as well, if you've got smaller ones, or you can go at angles, but because it cuts on the outside and the inside, but it's more of a deboss all the way around of the little cross-stitching, and it's just a perfect way to frame your cross-stitching work.
I've never thought of that before, Craig, and that's perfect.
It is, you know, and I say cross-stitching because it has got the cross-stitch detail on it. However, any of your stitching work, your embroidery, that would work an absolute treat for. So what we're then going to do is we're going to bring in some of our cardstock. Now we do, on that shop the day, we do have lots and lots of Centura Pearl, and you will find Centura Pearl being used in many of my demos. However, it will be no shock to you knowing that many of my demos are also featuring linen cardstock, with it being my favourite. It has been that phenomenally busy over the last few weeks and months, certainly when it comes to our cardstock. The only one that we've got left at the moment is from Say It With Flowers and 'Tis the Season. So you can check them ones out on the website. But then if you've got the collections that came with them, if you want more, even those cardstocks are on shop today. But I just thought, how can I do the masterclass, Debbie, and not use linen cardstock? Just couldn't. It's not possible. Not possible. And you'll have linen cardstock left over from Wisteria collection, or of course any of the collections lately with the linen card. But you can equally, very, very easily substitute it for your Centura Pearl or any of the cardstock that you've got.
We're quite lucky, Craig, because a lot of our collections now come with a linen cardstock pack, don't they?
They really, really do. And it's always been one of my favourites, Debbie, and it stems back from when I first started crafting. I started and continued to use Basil Basics,
yes.
You know, now under the umbrella of American Crafts. And I think it stems from there, that the love for that texture, that feel, that look. So as you said, when I start to see it being dripped into our collections and now coming out with each of our collections, I was beyond excited.
Yeah,
And I can absolutely say with my hand on my heart that our linen cardstock, our cardstock matches the quality that comes from your big American brands and that as well. And I would absolutely say that. And I would argue that point to anyone, absolutely anyone. And then all that I'm doing at the moment, because this bit's quite repetitive, Debbie, is within some of the blue linen that I've got, I've gone in with the medium stitch square, and I'm doing that 4 times. So I'm doing it twice, and I've already got 2 to go. Yeah. And then what I'm also doing is I'm doing the smaller one in with, this is just a white multi-purpose card. So I'm doing that twice, and I've also got 2 already good to go. And that's the thing when it comes to, yes, any of the nesting dies, but a lot of the dies, frame dies like these, some elements could be repetitive, but it's about building the scene, building the image, building the card front. The thing with these is they can be the mats and layers, they can be the frame, they can be the focal if you have your sentiment in the middle. And that's what I love about them, is they really, really are versatile in the uses of your cards and projects.
And also what I love about these, Craig, which you've not done, but if you wanted to, you could use the outside edges on a frame once you cut it out as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, like that one there, as you said, there, okay, if I'd done that more neater in the middle, you've then got your frame within that one.
But actually, I quite like that. I like that thin edge on one side of the thicker frame. Looks nice.
It's got that sort of Polaroid feel to it, doesn't it?
Exactly the same, yes.
Yeah, it does. It's got that. But then what you can also do, so if I set them 2 just now out the side, so if I bring this, what I've got as spare, because if you start to cut layers together, and what I mean by that is because all of these dies cut in and out of your card, what I'm going to do is if I do take that one out, and then let's pop that in, and for this, of course, going to be careful and make sure that they're secured with your low tack tape, although you could do what I'm away to do separate. It's entirely up to you. And if you love to build with your nesting dies, this is where you've got even more option from what I'm away to do here. Very similar. Let's just make sure I tape that onto the card. This would enable you to do something very similar to paper piecing. And what that is look to see where you're going to get additional layers. Now you just said there about that outer layer that you initially cut from. You can use that as a frame. But with these ones, if we take this one out, if we take these ones out, what you're also left with, Debbie, then, is an additional inner frame. And it's a straight frame. And that's because the 2 of them then cut in and out your card, so that gives you an outer frame. If you use that one and your larger one, you'll be left with a larger. So although you've got 3 dies, you've then got another 2 aperture frames, plus you will have then the main outer aperture frame as well.
So clever.
All of these different, and that's what they are. You know, if sometimes you can look at them straight off the bat and think, right, 3 dies, 3 stitch frame dies, very simple, but then it's how you start to use them as well. And talking of that, what I have done with that largest one is cut that one out. And then we can bring my layers in, and then what I'm going to do is I've got a bit of this sky blue here, and then with my layers, so I'm going to go in with that one, little bit of silver matte, you'll find that within the luxury card that we've got here. That's going to sit in the middle with my little photo with Clemmy. And then
I love Clemmy.
these ones, I'm just going to use my tape in a moment and stick them down. And that's all that I am going to do is create a little backdrop. So we're creating a backdrop with the frames, and then we're also creating a focal frame with the frames as well. So it's all going to tie together. It's all symmetrical. That's what I enjoy. But then you can twist and turn them if you want, Debbie. You can have them at different angles. You can have them at offsets. You don't have to keep them square on.
Yeah, I do love that you can have those different angles. It just gives something a little bit quirkier, doesn't it, if you do that?
It does. It really, really does.
And it's preference, isn't it?
Exactly. It really is. It's preference. You know, and we've talked about that. I know it's not officially launched yet, but we've talked about it lately, how I'm not one for a concept card, but then if you bring something out that makes it easy to do so, then you enjoy doing them, which I have been doing with that template library. I know it is coming soon, officially coming soon to us.
That is probably where we differ, Craig, because I love a
You
concept
do.
card.
You do, don't you?
Absolutely. And so the template library is right up my alley. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
And just a heads up, it is on the website if you want to go and have a look. I'm not telling you that. I'm only telling you that because Sarah's next door filming another channel. So I'm just telling you while she's not hearing.
She's not hearing, is she? She's not hearing. And that's the thing with these. You can start to incorporate these with your concept cards. You know, if you love an easel or twisted easel, that could easily be the front part of your easel. You're backing it onto a frame, or that could be acetate, heavyweight acetate, and you're framing, you're creating. So you've got options. And I think some people, as you progress in crafting, I think some people think nested dies are a one-trick pony. You're limited in what you can do. And if anything, they're probably one of the most versatile sets of dies that you can have.
Oh, I agree, absolutely.
Because even chopping the corners there, Debbie, you've got photo corners then.
Yes, of course.
So you've got all, once again, options. It's all about options. But all that I'm going to do with these ones is I'm just going to go around, add my tape, and add them onto the card.
And what I love about these, Craig, because I think it's all nice having fancy edgeables because they all have a place, and we're going to be looking at those, I know, throughout the day. But I love these, that they're just that nice square shape. They're pleasing to the eye. They're that, like you say, that shaped one that you can put in jaunty angles. But they just look amazing, and they work so well together.
They do. And then you can start to incorporate your straight edge nesting die. So say, for instance, Debbie, you wanted that to be slightly thinner. Just go in with one of your square nesting dies that are slightly bigger, and then you're expanding the aperture. So it's looking at how you can play with them, how you can change them. So you don't ever have to use the dies or the stamps or that the way that they're intended. You just have fun.
That's the thing, isn't it? And that's why the masterclass later on is such a good way to come back, because Craig's ideas are only just a handful of what you can do with them. And when you think what Craig is going to do with them, what you can then incorporate into your crafting, that's why we love to craft.
And funny enough, I was thinking last night, because although I didn't see your shows yesterday, and I didn't see Debbie's on Mondays because I was at Hobby Makers, I was catching up with the comments and that. And with Debbie having the creator cards, you'll be able to use your creator cards with your nest and die frames, yourself with wisteria, create your scene, build your scene, start to use your nest and dies if you want to frame them.
Yes.
And pretty much all nest and dies, whether it's these, whether it's the other ones I've got on the show, they will work, and I know this is a big thing to say, but they will work with every single collection that you've got, every single one. They're just going to enhance and add on to the collections that you've got.
And I totally understand why you chose them for your craft, Craig, because in fact what you just said, absolutely, because they will, I don't think any crafter cannot afford to have a set of nesting dies in their collection.
And with this set, with the grab bag set, it's kind of a little selection at a ridiculous price that the team have managed to work out there. And this is where it's giving you a nice little taster of these frame ones. Like, I'm using this stitch square, but if you wanted that full collection where you've got the scalloped and the ditzy floral, they're also on the show as well later on. So have a look, see what you think, see what takes your fancy, but going in with Clemmy there. And then all that I'm going to do, I tell you what I'm not going to do, Debbie, is I'm not going to add Clemmy's name on, because there's lots we want to show you in Wake Up Call.
Yes.
So all that I've done, that was with our Craft Box 29, the alphabet. couple of gems, clemmy and a ribbon, but that's how I've created that basis. And then if you want to make it pop even more, you can do a little white nesting frame. It's up to you. But that could be your photo. That could be maybe, of course, a stamped image if you want to. That could then be a project. Instead of a photo, you've done some cross-stitching work. Imagine that was a tulip. And these could be yellows and greens, and you've framed your cross-stitch work into a photo frame. Here in the UK, we've got Inexpensive Store, we've got like B&M, we've got The Range, we've got Home Bargains and that. You can get an 8x8 frame for like £3.69 or something like that, and I bought a few of them lately. Use them.
Absolutely. And what I also love at looking at that card, Craig, is if you are a football fan, which I know many of us are, whatever your team colours are, you can do those for the team colours. You could then have the picture of the birthday boy or girl in there, you know, in the middle. That would look amazing. That would be so
good. Or, as you're talking about football, if you're a wrestling fan and you have a favourite wrestler.
Sorry, Craig, I should have said that. Of course. Now, if you wanted to get that die that Craig has been using in that first demo, you're going to find that in this grab bag. This grab bag is exceptional. You're getting 17 dies in here, so you're getting 4 different packs, so all different ones that you can see here. I love this, the Slimline one. You're also getting the circle one, which is your inverted, and you're also getting that amazing bergamot die, which is just incredible. All of those 4 dies today for £25 or $35, and remember, if you're platinum, you're getting them for £20 or $28, so that's amazing. And I would say that's a great little grab bag if you haven't got any nesting dies at all. If you have, you know how great they are and you'll want to get some extra ones. But I would say grab that one while you can, because they are truly amazing. So Sally is in this morning. Morning, Sally, saying, hey up, Debbie and Craig. Looking forward to today's shows. My template library is on its way. It seems a lot of love for the template library is all on its way. Diane saying that she loves Crafter's Companion linen cardstock, the same as Craig as well. Zoe Carver is saying that she got into card making through cross stitch. Once I can do cross stitch again, I'm sure that the cards will look much better with the skills and tools that I've found through Crafter's Companion. I love that. I'm so glad that you learned so much from everybody here, because you know, we do think of you all as family. Rachel is saying, oh Craig, you are still my hottie Scotty.
Bless you.
It's everyone's hottie Scotty. Pammy is saying, morning, or I don't remember who suggested toast with cheddar and jam, but you're a rock star. She loved it. Who said that? Toast with cheddar and jam.
Who said that?
Wow. I'm not sure I'd quite fancy that, but I'll find out. I'm going to find out who did that. I had toast this morning with pate on it, so which was very nice. I know, pate on toast I had this morning. And Lindsay's saying you could even put a circular die in the centre of the square one and get a totally different dimensional look again. Absolutely. Lynn is saying beautiful. Michelle's saying great card. Pammy's saying what happened to Debbie's pretty glasses chain? Actually, it's in the other studio. I see it yesterday. Oh no, it's not. It's in our green room, and I need to wear my glasses. I was saying to Craig this morning I need to wear them a lot, so I do have it with my chain on. Just forgot to put it on, so there you go. Okay, I have got some more things to show you. So the first one I want to show you is the one that we're looking at, that's here. These are amazing. Wow. Can you see that silver? There we go, just there. That's the one, just there. Saving 60% and an extra 15%. And that's what I was just going to ask, Johnny. And your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. That's like a triple discount. Well, that's not double discount, that's triple discount. Okay, I don't believe what I'm seeing here. Is that right, Johnny? £19.02. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let's have a look at what you're getting to start with. Agenda is what you're getting to start with. Tried to put on my best Italian accent then. I'm sorry to all you Italians, it probably wasn't very good, but that's our first one. Absolutely beautiful die. I do love that one, so we're just going to take a closer look at that one there. There we go. I love this one. It's a little bit like a Roman temple, isn't it? It's got those sort of pillars down the side of it. I absolutely love love that, beautiful. Bronte, which is another beautiful one. I will try and stop, but I can't help myself. Amalfi. That one in itself is worth $16.99. $16.99. Look at that price there. Just let's go that way a bit. £19 2p. Right, so actually adding these two on, we're giving you money back then. Last one we've got Milan, which is another beautiful die there. What I love about these dies, as Craig will tell us, is they've got all those different layering quantities about them. Mix and match them, use them together. You're going to absolutely love that. And remember, you're saving 60% today, plus another 15%, plus your discount on top of that from your Club Inspire. Triple, which is amazing. So, selection 2, we're going to keep going because we have the most amazing dies. Now, we have less than 100 of these today. So, there's not many. They will go quickly because you can see already that price. £13.24 is ridiculous. Now, these are normally 12. I've got to laugh at that. £12.99 each, normal price. So, you're paying 25 pence more for all of them. So, we've got our Verona. And then we've got our Catania, and then we've got our Vicenza. I'm probably saying them totally wrong, but there you go. All those three for £13.24p. Grab them, guys. Honestly, you are saving 60%. You're getting an extra 15% off. And if you are in platinum, you're getting them for £10.59 or £12.19. Neither of those prices are what one of these costs for £12.99. Absolutely incredible price. Giftable. Think of, I mean, I know I don't want to say Christmas, but put them away for Christmas for presents, put them away for those sort of crafts events that you do throughout the year. That's amazing. Next one we've got up is our stitched selection. So some of the ones here, these are gorgeous. These are inverted stitched dies. Look how many. I'm going to turn these the right way. There we go, that way. These are our stitched lace rectangles, so absolutely beautiful. Again, you're getting all of these, you're saving 60%, you're getting 15% off of that. If you are platinum price, you're getting them for £24.45. Now these are normally £9.99 each. You're getting all of these for £30.56 or $39.62. We've then got our stitched lace squares, so you're getting the square one. You're then having your zigzag, so that's our zigzag ones. These are all great, and these are something a little bit different. So these are almost like looking through, layering through, which look amazing. We've then got our zigzag oval, so you're getting that oval one. Wow, you're getting literally, I think this is the whole collection, your zigzag rectangle. So you're getting, is that how many dies? Look at that, 48 dies in total. And then you're getting your zigzag square. So you're getting all of those 48 dies today for £30.56 or $39.62. But we're not stopping there because that price you then take off your Club Inspire as well, which is amazing. So your Club Inspire Platinum is $31.70. If you're platinum, it works out 50 pence a die. Wow, 50 pence a die. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, advanced nesting dies. These, well, we've got them all on the show today. I love Craig's doing a nesting die special. It's amazing. Slimline, this one is our Modena, I think it is. Turn it that way and then we can see them. These are our Slimline nesting dies, which give you that sort of DL size card. But you can chop them down, you can use them as borders, you can use them in so many different ways. Then we've got our Latina, another one, which is absolutely beautiful. And our last one in those three is our Luca, £19 today or $29. Again, look at that saving, 60% off plus an extra 15%. Now we've got one more lot of nesting dies to show you. These were the ones that Craig was using, but not the one that's in the grab bag, the square one. But these are the other ones to those. So turn these around again. So we have our stitched rectangle. You're getting 18 dies in total with this collection for £49 or 57. You're then getting your floral rectangle. I love this one because it's got like a little ditzy flower all the way round the frame, so which is beautiful. And then you've got your floral square, so in a different configuration. Then you've got your rectangles in your scalloped edge, and then you've got your scalloped edge in your square as well, saving 60% plus an extra 15% plus your club inspired discount. If you're platinum price, you're getting them today for £39.20 or $45.60, which is absolutely amazing. So this one is where we're going back to, because this is the one that Craig's going to be showing us, and he's going to show us exactly what you can do with these ones.
Rightio. Well, this one, let's make a nice little 4x6 gatefold card. It's a good way to show how you can use the outer die as that frame on the front of the card, and then the inner dies as the actual detail within the middle. But then, within this collection, what you can also do is things such as these. Now, you know I'm a big fan of blacks with pink or yellow, so I think it works a treat when it comes to these ones. You know, these are the ones that Christina's made. They are beautiful, and then Lisa's made that one there. So going from your pinks and your blacks and your whites to then your blues and your pastel tones works a treat. Then that one, that's the one that I was referring to, how would work well with Sarah's new collection. It's going to be launching very soon, and using them within the easels. And then cut them, Debbie, corner to corner. So that could be the corner of your card, corner of your scrapbook page, corner for your stopper.
I love that.
Really lovely. For that focal frame when it comes to flowers, maybe. You know, if you create some of the flowers that Corin does with the flower forming, that in the middle of the nesting dies is just beautiful.
Oh, yes.
But then look at that one that Leslie's done there, turning it on itself, that you can see how, kind of like your diamond nesting die.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it? Going in with your Centura pearl, your blacks as well, so elegant. And all that is layering the die cut in with the die cut in with the die cut. Then going in with the greens. So different when it comes to these ones. That one there now is your fold back. So as you can see, you still see part of that nest and die detail on the back, but it's part of that fold back. Then on this one here, this is also what I was meaning in that last demonstration, Debbie, how if you love your concept cards, or you just love that different fold of the card, Debbie and Robinson loves all her different folds in the cards. It's a nice way to start to create that bridge.
I love that one, Craig, and I made a similar card. It was called a tower card yesterday in the show, and that die would look absolutely beautiful on that tower card. It was
That would be
very similar
perfect
to what I did yesterday. So, and I've not thought about the nesting dies. They were going to work beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I suppose as well, sometimes you just want that outer frame, and hey, mats and layers, you're not going to go wrong with them. I'm never going to stop doing mats and layers, but sometimes you want a decorative frame. And what we'll do as well throughout masterclass is we'll show you how within the nest and die layers, Debbie, you don't have to use all 3 of them or all 4 of them. If you just want to cherry pick the outside, you can use that, or the inside, that's up to you. But that one there that we can see that Sandy's done, so really the depth of that comes to 2 inches in depth, but it folds flat. Go in with your envelope maker, which we'll be using within masterclass as well. Then going in, we're having a look here. All of these, that one being magenta here. We've also then got your double-side steppers that you've got there. All these different ones, thinking ahead of the template library. How are you going to start to be able to incorporate these with the template library? Because you will be able to, that is for sure. I mean, look at that one as well. Simple, elegant, but sophisticated when it comes to the sentiment in the middle. So that is the one that we're actually going to be using, the Bronte one. And we're keeping it nice and small, like I was saying a moment ago. So let's go in with our craft card. So I've got my craft card here, and it is 8 1/4 by 5 3/4, and I've scored it 2 inches and 2 inches, so in each side here. So for me to make it easier, I've gone up to my scoreboard, scored it 2 inches, and then I've turned it on itself and scored it 2 inches. Of course, you can measure along, but I'm no Corin, I hate maths, so if I can avoid doing it, I will do. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a burnish here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll explain that pencil line in a moment, but let's go in with a piece of black card, and then we're going to go in with our Bronte. I'm going to use the largest die. Now, anything that's not been cleaned, it's a mess, I always get the blame. Seeing it's me that's here today, I can't get the blame. So I'm going to pick Debbie Robinson and say she's used these last.
It's not me. It's one of my biggest bugbears is unclean dies. I always blame Sarah. I think if I blame the boss, it's okay.
It's okay.
You don't expect the boss to clear out the dies. She's too busy to clear out the dies, Craig.
She is, yeah. She's too busy doing other things. She doesn't need to clean them out. But yeah, so I'm just going to blame Debbie Robinson for that one. Later on, if I need to blame someone else for something else, I don't know, maybe pick Michelle or something. But yeah, always the standing joke. I always get the blame. I always get a message from someone on the team if I'm not in going, you just got the blame there for something. But I'm not even in. I could be away at the other side of the world and I'll still get the blame for things. So I'm going to go in, and the reason I've purposely not gone to clean it out to start with is to show you that even though we've got a lot of detail within them, straight out the back, look how much has come out, Debbie.
Yeah.
So much has come out. Yes, it's about the engineering, the coating, when it comes to the dies. So even in the detailed ones, you don't have to spend a lot of time. I'm just taking my tool brush to take the excess out. And that was no metal shim. It worked in without the metal shim and cuts like a dream.
Look at that, it's so pretty. Do you know what, Craig? If I didn't have that die, I'd be looking at that thinking, I've got to have that die. It's so pretty. It
really is.
So gorgeous.
It is. And this is the one where if you do, and I love my paper piece in, but even I wouldn't paper piece all of that, Debbie. If you do select paper piece, and for instance, you know, I would maybe just go into these corners here, maybe a couple of these teardrops here, maybe rounding into here, just cherry pick these little bits to paper piece, and it just makes it go, wow. That's where you've got that additional creative side. So then what I am going to do is let's bring in our medium die here, and I'm going to go in with a piece of turquoise Centura Pearl. Now this one is in one of the bundles that we've got today. That can go into there. And then the smaller one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto a piece of navy card. So we're going to go in this one here, and I'm going to line them up, and then we're going to run them through. No metal shim, without the metal shim, and I know that they're going to cut a dream. So let's take this one here, tape it down, and then later on, from this set, this is where you have asked me time and time again, saying, Craig, know that there's not been launches now with the foil press product, but can we see how we can use the foil press that we've purchased in with our crafting on a daily life? So that is what we're going to be doing within Masterclass as well, because all of that fine detail, Debbie, that can be foiled. So instead of having that nice precision cut area, you've got that delicate foiling all the way round. And this is where you can be using that tool now when it comes to these dies, any dies that you've got that fit within a 5x7 platform. So let's go in, let's take these ones out here. So I'm just going to take them out, pop them ones out. And then what you can also do, if you've got straight rectangle nesting dies, or if you've got a V-blade trimmer. I don't think we've got our Violet Studio one here. So alternatively, you can just go in with your craft knife and ruler. We're just going to go in, and I like to use the guides when it comes to a ruler, if I do use it, although predominantly it is my Violet Studio paper trimmer. And then you can go around the edge. Those rectangle 5x7 matte and layer dies that we've done in the past, they would fit these ones. So it's all about choice as well. It's also about my thinking of them as well when asked, would I do this show? I say that quite lightly, Debbie. I may have urged the thought of nesting dies when we knew that we were going to have this week coming up.
Yeah, that's it.
But my thinking is you may be new to crafting and you may be daunted from or being a little bit daunted by nesting dies. What can I use as a new crafter? Now, as a new crafter, most of you have probably got maybe a craft knife, you've maybe got a ruler within a starter set, you've maybe not got additional nesting dies that you can use to do this. You've maybe not got a V-blade trimmer. So it's how can you adapt all of these dies so you get extra work out of them. And that's what we can do with these. And do need to, I was going to say sharpen, but I do need to change my blade. But I purposely wanted to do this to show you how you can frame.
Well, if anyone wants any blades, all our tools are 3 for 2 on the website. So go and there's rocker blocks, there's scissors, there's all sorts of things on there. So yeah, do go and have a look.
Do you have like a favourite tool that we do, Debbie? And I don't mean Johnny, I mean like an actual product. I'm just getting my own back, Johnny. I'm just getting my own back.
Of course he's my favourite tool. He's my four tool. Yes, I do, Craig. I mean, I would choose them all, but my absolute favourite is the magnetic stamping.
Yeah, it's a good one, yeah.
What about you?
Oh, gosh. See, I go and ask you that question, and now I put myself on the spot there.
They're all good.
Yeah, tool-wise, I think it's something as simple as the humble pokey tool.
Yes.
The pokey tool. You know, I use it for so many different things.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, actually. I suppose if you think about the things you use the most, your pokey tool is the thing you use the most, whether it's to take your pieces out your dies, whether it's used to take your backers off your foam pads, whether it's to put your gems onto something, whether it's to take your backing tape off with your sticky tape. You're right, it has so many different things. Even puncturing a hole into something to
That's the
thread your
thing.
ribbon. So I totally understand that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anything like that, it's a real game changer. I've actually got one in the kitchen drawer that, you know, if you just need to, I don't know what you'd want to poke when you're in the kitchen, but do you know what I mean? If it's just handy to have.
Craig, something. I'm not gonna tell you what I did with the pokey tool yesterday, but I did use it on something I shouldn't have used it on.
So if you want to create your apertures within your card blacks, go on.
Should I just tell you? It's not very good, but I'm going to tell you. And I never suffer right, but I've got a big spot on my chin, which everyone will notice. And last night I was at the house and I had nothing to poke it, so I actually used the pokey tool on my spot. And it's really sore this morning, so please don't do that. I wouldn't recommend it.
This is when we see Leanne walking past the window in a minute.
Everyone knows I'm an oversharer.
Yeah, but, do you know, we can only advise you what not to use it on. What you're going to use it on, it's up to you. It's up to you. Oh, dearie me. And we're only in wake-up call. We're only in wake-up call. Where and how have you used your pokey tool? Let us know. Let us know.
Yes, anyone else pop their spot.
Who have we got on social this morning? I never looked. Chloe. Sorry, Chloe.
Sorry,
Chloe.
Sorry, Chloe. I haven't even said good morning. So good morning, Chloe. She's on our socials.
Oh, dear. Now, using the frame that I've just done, my aperture that I've done myself, what I've then done is I've positioned that in the middle of my gatefold, and then I've just used my pencil, drawn around it, and then what we can do is, once again, with our craft knife, or in with your scissors. Now, I believe we've got scissors on that are on that deal as well. I'm just going to go in, and I'm just going to chop it away. Do prefer my snippy scissors. So I like to go in at an angle. So we're kind of going in at a slope to make it easier. And I'll explain that, because if you try and go right into an angle with your scissors, like this. So if I go in here and cut in there. Now, if I try and really get in there and go in at that angle, I can tear and bend and rip that corner. So what I tend to do is just some of that excess, and then I just work my way up. So I cut into there. So that's that corner down. but now I've got that slope that I can just cut in with ease, meet up to the middle there.
Such a great tip, that one, Craig.
And then you've got that nice cut, that professional cut with your scissors. There's no feathering, there's no bending in the middle, there's no ripping, no nothing. And you've got your little gatefold card, like this one. Oh, I'm just thinking with some of that wisteria, Debbie, just nicely, you know, either coming down the side or having it flowing up or any of the flowers. That would have been good with what you were doing yesterday.
I do love that though, the shape of that looks really cool.
Be good for a man's card.
Very much so.
Really good for a man's card, depending on the colours you use as well. But all that I'm doing now is I'm going to go in with foam pads. We had to have foam pads on, didn't we? I'm going to go in here, putting these ones into the middle, like this. So I'm going to put in, so I'm going to build within the middle first. You can go in with your frame first if you want, that's entirely up to you. But we're going to go into here, add these ones on, and with the cardstock, I say quite often, Debbie, simply changing the colour of your card stock that you use can make the card look completely different. And this is a prime example. Now, this finished card that we'll have, it'll look lovely, it'll look good for a male, but by simply changing the colours, card blank being white, maybe some pinks or purples. Now, I know guys like the girls' colours and girls like the guys, we know that, but if you are sticking to what the girls like colour-wise and the boys,
yeah, I know what you mean.
If you go down that road, you can make it really, really feminine, just by changing the colour, but still using the exact same dyes. So this is where you've got one end of the scale and you can go right to the other end of the scale.
And I love that, Craig, because I think that's what nesting dyes do. They're not sort of gender specific,
no.
Are they? And as you can see below the screen as well, we've got our 3D foam pads and a 6-piece foam collection on the website, which is a great price today. You're getting 2 foam on rolls in there and 4 sets of foam pads, which is amazing. So you can see our usual price. Today's price is only £15 or $28. So grab them while we've got that amazing offer.
Perfect.
And they're Craig's favourite.
They are indeed. They are indeed. I was like, we have to have them. Although that was kind of a given. They were like, yeah, don't worry, Craig, they're there. And now, what you could do, really easy, just chop down the centre. The other way, layer it on, and then just go in with your scissors. And then you know that they are meeting up, matching up, right bang centre in the middle. And then we've got our lovely frame. Gatefold. And then all that I've done, warmest wishes for a happy birthday. This one was just from our verse compendium. That what I've done is I've taken this one and added that on. And then what I'm going to do as well, let's just move that out of the way. I'm going to come in with a bit of acetate because, actually I'm not, I'm going to change this one. I'm going to leave it free flowing without the acetate. And I'm going to have the sentiment coming in at the side. Because lately I've been in quite a free-flowing mood, Debbie.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, now this I've stuck all the way down, but what I have a tendency of doing is only sticking down the inner aperture part of the frame. So it's creating that strength, that structure is being attached to the card blank, but then this is kind of like free-flowing, and it's just wavy. But as we can see, I have gone in and just gone and added it straight on. That I'm going to add to the side, so we're still getting
I love this.
That movement. I'm going to go in with, what did I do with my bow that I've already tied? Just a little bow for this. I didn't want anything too big for this one.
I'm glad you put a bow on it, Craig, because I think there's always that discussion. Do you put bows on male cards? And I think you can absolutely put a bow on a male card.
Of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like gems and that as well. Of course you could. It does work. It does work. It's just about the look of it, and also the, as I say, that touchy-feely aspect as well. So let's go in. I'm just going to add a bit of glue gel. I'm going to tuck that to the side. And then all that I'm going to do to finish off, just my tacky glue, we've also, on the show as well, we've also got our shaker dies, where we can create our little shaker pieces. So I've already cut these ones out just in some silver mirror card. This one is the star one. I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to add that in just into the corner. Let's do that one there. I'll tell you what, let's go in. I'm just going to put one there, and then one there. I will show you how to use these within Masterclass if you've never seen them before. But going in, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to put one there. I'm just going to leave it there. So we're now gone from with the stitch square as a photo aid to frame your work to then make a nice little 4x6 card, which if you keep it flat, that would then be completely flat. You don't have to put them into foam pads. But then we've got that male looking card, but you've still got that swirl, you've still got that luxury, that elegance to it, and you've still got the bow there as well, which a lot of guys would like.
Yeah, absolutely. Craig, I love that. I think that's a really nice card. I've not seen nesting dies used in that way, so that's definitely given me inspiration, and hopefully it has you as well. So just to recap on those dies themselves, we've got our Amalfi in that set. Amazing value today. You are saving 60% and an additional 15% on top of that. We've got our Bronte as well in that collection. One of my favourites is the Argenta. I think is just a beautiful one. Really snippable, that one as well. And then you've got the Milan, £19.02. I can't quite believe I'm saying that for all of those dies. You're getting 12 dies in total, or $22.03. And remember, you still get your discount on top of that. So when you go on your Club Inspire, you will find your discount on that. Leslie's saying good morning to Craig and Debbie. She's loving the show today. She said she's just had a message and she's beyond excited that the template library is coming. I love it. There's so many people getting that today, and I'm loving all this excitement. If you can, try and take a photo of you unboxing or a photo of you with your library. We'd love to see those.
Debbie, I'm going to ask Johnny as well. Johnny and Jamie are in the gallery.
Yeah.
Have we ever had a product that hasn't officially launched that you guys have bought in your droves when you found it on the website beforehand? I don't think there's ever been something like this, is there?
I've never known a phenomenon like this one. Everyone is loving the template library. I mean, Craig had it on at Hobby Maker, literally sold out. It's been on HSN, sold out, and it's definitely going to sell out in the UK as well. So Carol's saying good morning to her crafty friends. Lillian's saying that a spot was the first thing she thought of popping with her pokey tool. So thank you, Lillian. Helen is saying, oh, I so needed a Debbie and Craig day. They make me laugh so much. Love how Craig tries to move on and ignore it. He fouls though every time.
and it's not for my sake. I'm just trying to get Debbie out the hole that she digs herself into.
And Catherine said, what a great tip. I hope you're not talking about the pokey tool, popping by spot. Not really a great tip. Diane's saying, Craig, she loves that. She would. Bethan says she would never have thought of using it like Craig did. She loves that. Karen's saying, what a great way to use the nesting dies. Pamela's saying, beautiful card. And Annie's saying, very clever and lovely card, Craig. I do love the craft cardstock. Yeah, Anne, I agree with you. I think the craft cardstock is a beautiful medium to use. Anyone that's not got any, jump on our website and you'll be able to find the craft card on there as well. Now, I do have to show you, these are amazing tote bags because they are truly so usable and they are beautiful to look at. So you can see this one straight away, absolutely amazing. It has all these different open pockets, which I love, but it's also got your pocket with your Velcro here to keep more things safe. So if you've got poke tools and things that you want to keep safe and not poke yourself as you're holding them, put them in there. You've got pockets all the way round. You've also got these little sort of grab bits at the side, but they're also good for storing pieces, especially like your rulers and things like that. It's a great little bag. If I just open it up on the inside, you can see just here, you've got inside pockets as well. Now this is your desktop one, so this is great for putting all your pots of glue in and your sprays and anything like that, including all your scissors and everything else. It's also a great one if you sew and you've got or knitter, you can put all your needles in there, your balls of wool will fit in there. It's actually a great little one to put your Gemini Mini in as well. That is £10.19 if you're platinum, or $13.56. So a great little one for your, well, it's ideal storage for your solutions for your desktop. Now, this one, I have to say, I haven't got this and I really want it. I think I'm going to go for this one and treat myself because it is truly amazing. Now this is our deluxe one, which is just incredible. It's $29.74. You can see that's a huge bag. It has really strong and comfortable handles, so you can take it anywhere or put it anywhere. It also has Velcro inside, so all of these pieces come out. So if you want just a really big open bag, you can have that, because these will come out, but you can put them into compartments. So if you want to lay that one flat, and you've got the ones here, so you've got that storage at the side, but if you then want to put that compartment in, you can do that as well. It's a great one. It has pockets on each of the sides here and at the front, and then at the back, if I turn it round, it has this really large storage, which I just think is so usable in there. If you haven't got yourself a storage bag like this, please get one. It's amazing. It's great for so many different things. It looks incredible. It's in our beautiful grey and purple, and you will absolutely love it because it stores so much in there. That's definitely one on my list that I'm going to treat myself to, that's for sure. This one I do have and I absolutely love it. It has, again, this is great if you're going anywhere or going to a craft crop. It's not too big, but it's big enough to hold everything you could possibly think of. It can fit all your tools, scissors, pokey tools, your craft knife, everything in those gaps. It's also got these pockets here, so if I put my hand down so you can see my hand, it's actually see-through, so you can see everything you put in there, so or you could put your note papers, your little pads, anything in there. It's also got your pockets on the front, and again, it's Velcroed inside. So if you want that to just be one big pocket, you can. But if you want to make those compartments, you can do that as well. It's truly a beautiful bag, and that one today is $21.24 or £16.65. So you're getting a great saving on that. So have a look on the website, and you will see all of those ones for you. Now, while we let you shop, check out your baskets, we're going to show you that most amazing club in the world, which is our Club Inspire. Take a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today. Roses are red, violets are blue. We love to craft, and I know you do too. So from the 6th to the 12th of February, we're going to be hosting a really special Love to Craft event. So all of our craft experts are going to be doing masterclasses using the products and the techniques that we love the most. So here's the team to tell you a little bit more about it.
So you know me, and I love die cutting. On Monday, I'll be having a whale of a time with some beautiful Creator Card dies. Join me then.
It might be gloomy outside, but I'm going to bring in summer to you next Tuesday with the Nature's Garden Wisteria range.
What's better than die cutting and card making? It's layering your die cuts on your card. Come and join me for a masterclass on Wednesday.
And on Thursday, Ben and I are going to be bringing you the most incredible cartload with deals that I just know you'll be head over heels for.
Why not brighten up your Friday with a pop of extra colour? I'm going to be here for a masterclass that I know you're going to love.
Saturday is my box making masterclass, so I hope you can join me and get creative. Do you like making your handmade cards and gifts a little bit more special? Then craft along with me on Sunday for all things personalisation.
There'll be new deals launching every day so you can find everything you need to fall head over heels in love with craft again. Join us on Crafters TV where you can find your new crafty love.
Every Wednesday night, you know, anything. Anything.
I didn't realise we'd come back on live there.
Yeah, no, I know, I was there. I'm just involving all of you here in the UK.
He's chatting away about a programme we've been watching that we're a bit addicted to, with Gordon Ramsay of the Next Level Chef.
Next Level Chef on a Wednesday night, yes, such a refreshing change to a cookery show. I love it.
I know, me too.
It's my night sorted when I get home tonight.
I love it as well. So let's just see who's on with us today. There's loads of you in this morning, which is amazing. Adriana's on. She's saying she loves the totes, absolutely loves those. Terry's saying it took me a second to realise they are in the old studio. Ah, yes, we're in the studio too. It's not an old studio. I saw the blank roll behind Debbie and thought Craig had got rid of everyone's stars. Craig, you get the blame for everything.
I told you.
Kirsty's saying inside the box there is another box, and inside that box is the template library. Yes, so you're obviously explaining something from there. There's lots of talk about the template library, which I love. Linda's saying, Craig, thanks for the inspiration in the cards. I love the idea of snipping the frame, and I'm going to try and use this idea. It is a great idea. I'm going to get Craig to show you both his cards because he did a variation of them, which is amazing. So we're just going to go and have a look at those and just see, because you'll see the different things you do with a very similar card.
So this one, and we were talking about it just in that break there, I literally changed this on the spot because this is what I've done, but what I had initially done was this. So I'd initially done it so you've got that framework all the way around, but then simply by snipping down the middle. Just say as well, that little tab, what I would do is I would do another one, pop it on the back so it hides the workings of the foam pads.
Yeah.
But other than that, two different ones. And I just thought it's a good way to show, okay, that was maybe my initial idea, but then come live and let's just show you by a couple of snips, you can change the look.
Absolutely, Craig. And I love that, and I really wanted you to show them because they are so beautiful. Both cards are just amazing ideas, and it doesn't matter what you do with yours, they're always going to look stunning because of the dies. Now, the next thing we've got to show you is something that is the best ever price, and that is on our birthday box. It's only £42 today, or $50. If your platinum price, £36.60 or $40, which is absolutely amazing. Now, if you've not seen the birthday box before, it is one of those boxes that offers you so many goodies in here, and I am going to show you the balls to show you exactly what you are getting. Now, straight away, with any boxes that we do, you have a really comprehensive stamp set as well as a die set. The stamps are incredible on this one, and they are all about celebration. Even though it's called the birthday box, you know, we have balloons for all sorts of occasions, we have cake for all sorts of occasions. The actual die set that you're getting here is incredible. You're getting a really large creator card die, you're getting all your numbers in there, you're getting your cupcake to build up, you're getting those party dies, the happy birthday dies. It's a really beautiful set. This one I used in a demo just the other week. It's such a usable embossing folder. You also get a stencil in that, so you can be really creative. Now, talking about stencils, this box offers you so many stencils which are beautiful. I love this one. It's one I'm going back to time and time again. It's a great one for Valentine's Day. It's got all those hearts around it, which is beautiful. This one is gorgeous too. Have having a happy birthday stencil, you could just pick out pieces of that. You can make that all different colours. Use your inks to go through that stencil and it's going to look amazing. You're then getting your buntings, so all your pennants in that one as well, your 2 different shapes. And then, as you would expect with any box that we do, you have the beautiful papers, put them the right way. They're double-sided, they look absolutely gorgeous, they're colourful, they scream celebration. Absolutely amazing papers you're getting in that box, and also you're getting all those different coordinating block colours to go with them as well. On top of that, you're getting your shaker card elements, so you're getting all your sequins. You're also getting your metal charms, so there's a lot of metal charms that you're getting in there, and I love them because they're all sort of birthday inspired or gift inspired. There's presents, champagne bottles, cupcakes, they're amazing. And you're also getting your ribbons in 3 different colours, but also the different textures, so you're getting your satin ribbon and you're getting your organza as well in there. So absolutely amazing box. And Craig is going to show us exactly what we can do with this box. What have you got for us, Craig?
Rightio, let's use a combination of a few elements. And we're going to do a shaker card, but we're going to do a little bit of a strip shaker card, which will come apart in a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of the 8x8s. I'm actually going to take my glasses off for a minute. I'm going to go in with one of these 8x8s. And what I have done, now you can either do this against your guillotine that we're away to do, or what we're away to do is I'm just going to move this up for ease of Jamie. But what I'm going to do within my glass mat, what I've done is I've come up to 7.5 and I've done a pencil line, and then I've come along 4 inches, I've done a pencil line, and then for ease what I've then done is I've come in at 1.5 and done a pencil line. So although all of this can be done with the guillotine, this is just another way to show if you are a beginner, Wednesday Beautiful Beginnings, about just reining it back in. If you're a bit nervous, worried about using measurements across the top of the guillotine, or the fact of this is our smaller one, so it only goes up to 6 inches. So if you want to go longer, then do your own little pencil mark. For instance, this one here, I'm going to cut on that pencil mark. Now I've got no measurements at this point. Doesn't mean that you can't use it. Just do your measurement before you cut with your pencil line, and now I can cut here and I know that's where I need it to be. Don't bin them, start to use them. I don't know if you noticed, Debbie, the other thing I'm into at the moment is using my strips, my offcuts, and I've been layering them on, creating my own background.
Nice.
Addicted to doing that.
Oh, I
Absolutely
love that.
addicted
And if
to doing
anyone
that.
wants to dabble in this guillotine and they haven't got it yet, we do have the most amazing offer. It's our hero tool, but it's only for, is it just 24 hours? Only for 24 hours, but you can grab it, our hero tool. So go on the website and have a look at that one because it's amazing.
It really, really is. And the thing is as well, that's why I wanted to show you with the pencil line, Debbie. So if you are doing your larger cards and you don't quite have the measurement beyond that 6 inch, do your own mark so you know where to cut, and then just do it from there. So what I have then done is, let's get these in, I can't even remember the order that I had them in now. Let's bring that one in there. Where's that one come from? Is that, oh no, that's right enough, yeah, because I trimmed off the top. I confused myself there. Because what I've done as well, that's right. So I've cut this sort of like limey green down to 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. That's what it is. So I'm going to pop that one on, and then I'm going to pop that one on at the side there. So where I've got this, what would have been that largest one, I'm not using it. Doesn't matter that this doesn't match. If you did want to go back into that weight, you can do. But the reason I've done those measurements I've given you is because I want that specific size strip down the middle. And then using the reverse side, what I've done, I've already cut one of them to size, and I've cut it to 7 3/4 by 1 3/4. That will fit in there, but because I've trimmed it slightly smaller, what I've then got, Debbie, is that little foam-matting layer down the centre.
Brilliant.
But
I love that idea.
And nice way to break it up. You could, if you want, from what I'm away to do, you can have it what I've had it laid out as initially, but because they're double-sided, use them, or you'll see what I'm away to do in a moment with that. You can actually have that last panel as the opposite side.
Oh,
So
Craig, I'm going to do that all the time with the pattern pads with the reverse.
Just
I
switch
love
in.
that, taking a chunk out the middle. All that, I've got ideas flowing in my head now to do that.
even your strip dies, panel dies, anything like that, you can do. It elongates the image, but it doesn't take anything away from the image, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
You can still see, if I just take a wee moment or two, so that is how it pretty much was, slightly bigger, but even just taking that one out, Debbie, you still get the image, you still get that full, impactful image, but you've just taken a little chunk out, although we are going to add something in a moment. So going in with this little one here, what we can do is set that to the side, and then we're going to go in with these dies. Now we have got a selection of dies. Now this one, tag team with your nesting dies. Use these with those frame stitch nesting dies I showed you, your larger nesting dies we've got coming up as well within Masterclass. Use them together, that will work a treat, but I'm not going to use that one. I am going to use the balloons. So that one can go into there, let's use that one as well. And then what I will do is reuse that one down here. So I'm going to cut this one, and I do have one already good to go with acetate on the back, but just so that you can see, what I'm going to do is pop that one on. Let's go that way. Anything like this, the positioning, I kind of follow suit like I do with butterflies, Debbie. I have one going, so if I start at the top, I've got one going one way, then the middle one I've got one going the opposite way, and then this bottom one I would have going back the other way. Breaks up the eye when it comes to the flow of the balloon or the butterfly or the dragonfly or whatever we want to do. And then what you'll also see by the end of this one, it will be an 8x8 card, Debbie, but you can make this card with your Gemini Mini.
Yes.
So, which is quite, wow, okay. All of the layers that you're doing can be done with the Mini.
Yeah, there's a great deal on the Mini as well if you go onto the website. So, yeah, really good. We were showing it yesterday, so we'll mention that a bit later.
Is the Mini one of your favourites, is it?
Do you know what I was saying yesterday, Craig? I think it's my most used machine. Mm-hmm. Because I use my Gemini all the time, but my Mini is always on top. And when you think about it, when you make a card, you always embellish, whether it's with a sentiment die, whether it's with butterflies, whether it's flowers. So my Mini, I literally grab all the time and die cut.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly using my Mini. So I would say it's probably my most used machine.
Yeah, I get that. And do you know what I actually do? You know how many of you will use the large Gemini with the junior plate?
Yes.
What I actually do quite a lot, and I agree with what you said there, but what I actually do is I use my MIDI a lot with the mini plates.
Yes.
Or the folder, sorry, because the folders still go through the MIDI. So that's what I tend to do. Mm-hmm. If I didn't have the MIDI, then yeah, absolutely, I'd be the same as you, the Mini.
Yeah,
Great
it's funny,
machine.
isn't it? We've all got our ways and how we do them, and I do use all my machines, but yeah, I love my Mini so much.
It's just so handy. It is so handy. And as you said, it's probably one you end up using quite a lot.
Yeah, without even realising
yeah, with quickness. You know, you've seen that one that I've just done a moment ago, how quick that was. But what I've done with this one is I've just backed it with some acetate. So just a strip of acetate. I'll use that again in another project. And then I've gone in with, now I haven't on this occasion gone in with that foam on a continuous roll.
What did you say? Was it foam on a roll, Craig?
I've got to do it,
Foam
don't I?
on a roll,
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey!
Yeah! I got Craig to sing the song. He owed me that one.
I did. If you've seen Hobby Maker on Monday, you know I owe Debbie big time when it comes to that one.
I hate to tell you, Ben is aware of it as well.
Oh, is he now?
We'll expect it now.
Okay. He's, we were messaging, actually this morning, he kept that one quiet. Although we're on together, next week we're on together. So I'm sure, I will give you my word, I will give you, or I will sing it with him as well next week.
I love that. And you sang it so lovely, Craig.
Oh, I can't sing, Debbie. Oh, I can't sing for
I can't
toffee.
sing either, though. But Ben always says that I can, so I
You
take
can.
that. But I don't think I can sing.
You are good at singing.
Yeah, we were singing all sorts yesterday. A bit of Beyonce, a bit of Tina Turner.
Oh, is that because you were watching the Grammys or something, was it?
No, funny enough, it
just
wasn't. I think
In a singing song mood?
it was Ben just doing one of his bad dad jokes with Beyonce.
Oh, plenty of them from Ben. Plenty of them. With me and jokes, I am rubbish at remembering jokes.
I just can't remember them.
No,
yeah,
me neither.
I can't remember them.
Cannot remember them. And there are ones that I think, oh, remember that one, and I never do. I never do. I can never even remember the punchline of, like why the chicken crossed the road. I'm just rubbish at I'm so bad at them.
I do always remember my favourite joke, which is what do you call a dinosaur with no eyes? Have you heard that one?
I think so.
Do you think you saw us?
That is a
every
good
time
one.
Because it's the most funniest joke in the world.
That is a good one. I do like that one.
So I never forget that one because it is my favourite joke. But I am really bad at telling jokes. I'm one of these people that I'll tell the joke and then I'll forget the punchline.
Yeah. Or I'm one of those, if I do say a joke, I end up telling them why it was funny. And they're like, yeah, Craig, yeah, we got it. It just wasn't funny, Craig.
Yeah, I think we must have the same sense of humour because I'm like that. Someone will tell a joke and I go, but that doesn't make any sense. And then they go, it's not supposed to, it's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke. The other thing that I end up having to do with joke, certainly the lethal thing at the moment is TikTok. I go on for me and Charlotte were talking about this last week. You go on for 2 minutes and before you know it, an hour and a half's passed and you've just been scrolling. The jokes that go, there's a lot of the jokes, I have to go into the comments to see what was funny about it. I'm like, I don't get that one. I don't get it. Or, it's something, you'll appreciate this one, Debbie, it's something spooky or paranormal in the video. They'll go, oh my God, did you see that? And I'm like, what did I miss? And I had to go into the comments to read what it was that I missed. Or, yeah, you're there for 5 minutes and nothing's happened. And you're just like, what a waste of a time. But jokes or things like that, yeah, I'm just,
yeah. No. We'll just let Ben stick to the joke telling.
Well, put that loosely.
He's missing you though, Craig.
I'm missing him. I originally, I don't know why, I thought I was on with Ben today.
And I'm so sorry you got me.
No, that's what I was away to say. Usually I would be upset, but then when I realised it was you that was on, Debbie, I messaged, actually I put it on my Insta story.
Oh.
And I did put, this was like...
I must have missed that.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah. It was a couple of days ago. I put a post saying I was on today, all about Nest and Dice, on with Ben. He messaged me and says, oh, Craig, just to let you know, it's not actually me that's on with you on Wednesday. And then when I had a look and seen it was you, I'd done another post saying, just as an FYI, just as a little edit, I'm not on with Ben. Usually I would be upset, but I found out that it's you that's on, and I actually can't wait for Wednesday now. No, I'm not digging any hole.
I love that. Thank you, Craig. No, I love that. I know Craig well enough to know that he loves working with me as much as I was rooting you yesterday, actually, funny enough, saying I love working with you.
You were rude to me yesterday?
Rooting for you yesterday.
Oh, rooting for me. I think you said you were rude to me yesterday. It's like you're always rude. It's the banter, isn't it?
I think because we're just very similar. I love your ideas and you even inspire me. So I think, yeah, we share.
Same
I think
birthday.
that's probably what it is. We share a birthday, see.
And I know we've touched upon this, a couple of times, but although we're all close on the team, I think with myself and you, because we've done QVC Germany and that together, we've travelled together.
Done a lot more, haven't we? Worked a lot more closely.
I had quite a few compliments about the pack shot that I'd done at Hobby Maker with the template library. Each time I said, it's down to Debbie. It's where I learnt from. I learnt the stands, the setups, the pack shot.
So kind.
Learnt them from you.
Oh, bless you,
So,
Craig.
yeah.
I love working with you. And I have to, and as much as I'm loving you saying all these lovely things, Craig, I have to say this card is sensational.
Now, 8 by 8.
How clever is that?
It's nice, it's different, it's a little bit different. using the opposite side, and this is what I meant before, where that could have been the opposite side if you wanted. That could be 5 by 7 if you wanted it to be. It could be 6 by 6 if you wanted to. You're just going to then trim it down to the size that you want, and now you can see you've still got a few bits to add to it, but would you think that that's been made from that?
Do you know what, Craig? I'm pinching this idea for so many things. I love that idea of reversing. I love that you've put that back in as a shaker element. Everyone knows I love a shaker card.
You do?
This card is absolutely stunning. And you've not even finished.
I've not even finished. And with this one, it's allowing I'm calling it green. It's allowing the lime green to speak for itself. It's allowing the papers to speak. It's allowing the apertures of the blue. It's allowing the elements to shine through. You know what I mean? You don't want ones to be hiding. On the reverse side, you don't want to shut any elements away. So it's just allowing them all to do their own little bit. I've gone in with Noir Black. We've also, on the tool section, we've got our stamping mat. I've used the 4x4, but I know the other ones are on as well. And what I've done is I've stamped them out. So I'm going to use quick bit of colour in because I love my tri-blends, and it is literally going to be quick, Debbie, because I've got some already done.
Lovely job. Now remember, we've got 3 for 2 on certain items on the website, so go across there. We've got double discounts, although I'm calling them triple, because you also get your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well. It really is love to craft event that I've never seen before in my life. It has so many different options, so many different, there's sticker deals, there's double discounts, so go and have a look on the website because you'll find so much on there, and it's great if you're putting in an order, especially if you're going for that library, our template library, because you can put all those extras in your basket at the same time, which is amazing.
What a week to shop, isn't it? What a week. We're
Yes,
only
what a week,
day 3 in, aren't we? Just to say as well, because I know, just in case someone asks, I know someone may never seen the show last week with Jan. Jan's on holiday this week. That's why she's not in this week. It's Toby's birthday. He's 3.
I know.
How scary is that?
I know, it's very scary.
So scary. I remember when she was telling us that he was just born. So she had an awesome mixed media day on Friday, wasn't it?
Oh, I see her card yesterday. Ah, she won.
She did win, did she?
Mm.
Yes.
That will be demo of the month, I think. It's so stunning.
Yep. I'd said, and Johnny will vouch for me, I know you will at home, as I said at the end of Friday, I said, I know everyone on the team's going to have incredible demo of the days. However, I was rooting for Jan's one. It was epic. Absolutely epic.
Yeah, it was well deserved, but I definitely think that will be winner of the month as well. It is so stunning. We might as well give up now, Craig.
Yeah, definitely. I've not prepped any of these with the intention of them being demo of the week or month.
Well, I have to say though, I don't know, this is amazing.
And then having a play, and believe it or not, I'm going to repeat what Johnny just said in my ear because it's right enough. Technically, this is also a concept.
Yep.
So, don't necessarily think that a concept has to be side stepper, twisted easels, even something like this is a concept. So let's go in and I'm going to add some of these pads here that I've got, lifting it up with the tri-blends, add them on.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with that idea. I love that panel with that shaker element.
And
it's just the reversing of that card that makes it just stand out even more.
And yeah, it's the backside of it, because it does complement, as they all do, but what it's doing is it's breaking it up. Once, as I was saying before, and again, it's about allowing the elements to speak for themselves. It's what that's doing is all this is lovely and it's pretty, but then sometimes maybe that can take away from that shaker element. So going in for that subtle design breaks it up ever so slightly. And saying that, if you did use that opposite floral side, it would still look lovely. But we're going to go in, add these ones on, doing a little bit of decoration, and then I'm going to go in with my tacky glue, and I'm just going to do a little wiggle, because what I've already done is even these are included. Now look how fine these are, absolutely minute. But then what we can do is we can have them. And whereas I was talking about within that middle demonstration how I like things to be free-flowing, so all that I'm doing is pressing in that top or so, and then letting the rest free flow. I'm just going to snip that one there. And then you can add a stamped sentiment. I'll show you the one that I've done because I've stamped a sentiment there, but I'm leaving it because you can still see happy birthday. So I'm leaving it as it is, that we can see here. So we're mixing
beautiful.
In different things. You're still seeing that pattern paper. That's the one I've done before, and all that I've done is stamp the sentiment, stamps the dies, they're all included. That was fuchsia Centura Pearl that I used in the back there, which was in that bundle there. But again, just going big, combining elements from that birthday box, letting the paper do the speaking itself, because it's beautiful paper, you don't want to hide it. But if you do want to go for that 8x8 card and create that, a Gemini Mini, of course you can use your larger Geminis, but you can do that with the Gemini Mini as well.
I love that so much. What a great concept. Now, if you wanted to recreate the card that Craig's just been making, you can do that with this beautiful birthday box. It has over 130 elements for £42, best price ever today of $50, only £33.60 if you're in the club, or $40. You are getting all these different elements in there, your full stamp set, all your dies to be creative. You're getting that beautiful balloon embossing folder with a stencil, plus your heart stencil, that happy birthday stencil. It is the box that keeps giving. You're getting those two different shapes of pennants in there. You're also getting all your embellishments, so all your sprinkles there, your sequins for your shaker cards. You're getting metal charms in there. You're getting all of these ribbons, and you're also getting your block colour papers and your beautiful patterned papers, all in that box today. Best price ever, £42 or $50. If you haven't got this box, honestly, give it a try. You will absolutely be thanking us for that. Now, I do have to show you our hero tool, which is amazing. Absolutely incredible piece of kit. If ever there was a cutting machine that you wanted to own, this is the one for you. It has a scoring tool inside it. It has a scoreboard on it. It also has that cutting mechanism. It's absolutely amazing. We're doing it for £18.74 today, or $29.99. Look at that platinum price, $14.99. That's insane. Such a great buy today. It's our hero tool. Just type in that one there. We're just going to have a look with Craig so you can see it out of the box and see what our Guillotine has to offer.
Guillotine. I have said on a number of occasions, I've said it to you, Debbie, I could probably do a 2-hour show just on the Guillotine on its own. I love it. And the reason I really wanted to highlight this within today's shows, more than any other shows, is this is going to be perfect with your nesting die. So if you're wanting to create that matting layer, if you're wanting to create the shape with having the scoring element to it, you can absolutely do that. You know, as Debbie said, all these incredible features. The other incredible features with these ones as well, and this goes to show how pernickety Leanne is when it comes to the quality. Now, I am going to hold it still, so please no one panic. When it comes in here in that blade, you know, Leanne went to a sword manufacturer for our actual cutting element of the Guillotine. So you can see that you've got that sheer cut all the way down. So it's not from just a paper trimmer manufacturer or a blade manufacturer, it's from a sword manufacturer when it comes to that cutting. Self-sharpening, so even you can hear it without any card, but self-sharpening each and every time. You've got your finger guard that we can see in front of you there. Also, look to see how you can use the Guillotine elsewhere in your crafting. And what I mean by that is if you are doing additional mats and layers, if you're wanting to do smaller ones, you've got additional lines within the metal, within the finger guard. Use them to line up as well, so you've got even more thinner aspects that you can be creating. But what we've got here straight off the bat is, of course, our paper trimmer. We can then, or paper scorer, you can then score with it. But I'm going to go in. Many times I get asked this, Craig, how do you get your perfect mats and layers? So all that I would then go is go up to my chosen measurement. So we're going to go up. Now this is key, and this is something many people don't always realise. Within the score, so let's just pick one of them here, so the 4 mil here. You see how you've got about 1 millimetre or 2 in that little channel? So for the true measurement, what you're going to do is you're going to come to that, just that right-hand side of that measurement. So that millimetre or so difference, that can actually make a difference when it comes to box lids, or if you're doing your envelopes, you know, you're cutting to size to create your box lids or envelopes. So if I just show you it within here, let's say that 4 inch there. So if I want to cut at 4 inch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to that right-hand side of that channel, and then we can cut straight down, and then I'm going to go into there. So that's now a perfect 4 by 4. Let's say for argument's sake, I went to the left-hand side, and this is where it'll showcase the perfect measurement in the black that I've cut. So let's say I go to that left-hand side there, and then here. Okay, it may only be a couple of millimetres or so, but can you see how even something like that, that can make a difference, as you know, Debbie, when it comes to your envelopes or anything like that. So when it comes to the measurements, do that to the right-hand side of the measurement, but then your mats and layers as well. So let's cut that one down 1/4 inch. That's what I do all my measurements in, as I go down in increments that we can see here, perfectly squared. I know I'm not the only one on the team that does it with the guillotine, but that's where we get asked, how do you get your measurements absolutely perfect? It's the guillotine that we use. It's our guillotine. I've had the, I'm going to say pleasure, of trying other guillotines over the years. Many of them are great. I've never had one that's so precise, so sharp, that does the job day in, day out. Never need to sharpen it. I don't need to go in like we had to do in the, I was about to say the olden days, not that olden days, I'm not that old, but with your tin foil, and then start to, you know, chop at that to sharpen it. You don't need to do anything like that. If you are wanting to then go along and do your scoring, so there is another measurement, so you can go into your increments that you can see here. So that one that you can see, what about, okay, that's black and white, but a lovely little photo. So get your inexpensive frames from your store, and you know the mounts that they have with inside them. Now you don't have to create your own aperture of a mount. Just using the photo as that center, you've created your mount there with your guillotine. So using it in that way, of course, let's go in, and FYI, this cardstock won't be wasted, it will be getting used. But then you've got all your 1/4 inch increments as well. So say 3 inch, 4 inch, 4 3/4, fold it over, and then give it a really good burnish. So you're still being able to use that tool, that cutting tool, that scoring tool, all in one. It's all held together. You've got that nice, clean, professional score. You're going to come back, slots back into place. The other thing I love to do as well is, say you're only wanting little slithers. So if you're trying to get little slithers from this side, which you do have to, of course, be careful. Say you're only wanting a 1/4 inch slither. You're maybe doing the background techniques that I've done in the past. What I'm doing is I'm going to go up to the nearest 1/4 inch mark, which I've done there. And then now what I'm going to do, instead of trying to eyeball it here, I'm eyeballing it here. So I'm going to come down a 1/4 inch, and now I know I've got my perfect 1/4 inch strip. Or say I wanted 1/2 inch. Once again, instead of cutting by eyeballing it underneath the blade, I'm using the measuring guide. It's already there for you to do it. But the key thing for this, for me, for many others as well, it's the mats and layers, it's the 1/4 inches, it's the framework that you can start to build. That can then start to be your square card, it could be your twisted easel card, it can become your easel card if you want it to be the Guillotine does so much, like so many of our tools on the show does today, Debbie.
Well, what about that? A bonus there from our Scotty Hottie there. We've got a masterclass on the Guillotine. I love that, Craig. And that's why he's called Craig Matte and Layered Laird, which is amazing. I absolutely love that. And actually, Craig, while you were doing that, I was thinking how good the mats and layers would be to put in underneath your nesting dies. So such a great addition.
For sure, absolutely would be.
So many of you are loving the show this morning. Donna's in saying she loves your ideas, Craig. You're always an inspiration. Sarah's saying another great card, Craig. Denise is saying good morning from Virginia. She's ordered the template library from HSN and it's on auto ship as well, and she loves it. Christine is saying, oh, got to get ready to go out. Shopping with a friend today, but she will be watching though. She can't seem to get done in the mornings without CC on. I am out of sync otherwise. Have a safe day, everyone. That's so lovely, Christine. Anne is saying hello to both of us. Can we see, oh, what's in Craig's top picks grab bag? Funny enough, it's nearly here. Chantel is saying you're bringing so much inspiration. Thank you, Craig. Alicia's saying good morning, greetings from Arkansas. Peeking in, got a major web enhancement I have to test. We'll re-watch later. Sarah Brown saying, Debbie, you are doing such a fabulous job presenting. I just love you. Thanks for being you. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Karen saying, oh wow, Craig, singing foam on a roll. I'm so excited to see Craig embracing his foam on a roll side. So fun to see.
Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it. Craig, can you give advice on adding shakers? Mine stick to the tape. Did I add too much? And thank you.
Stick to the tape.
So I think the sprinkle, the sequins are sticking to the tape, aren't
What
they?
you could do, let me just, I'll use black and I've got foam on a roll here. So what you could do is, if you've of course gone round the back end of your framework, so let's just do a corner here. Now of course it's going to meet in the corner. Two things that you can do. First thing, of course, and I know you will be doing it, you just make sure that you have pressed down nice and firmly to make sure that it's nice and adhered. The other thing, if you have got, you might have an anti-static bag, or you have maybe a little bag or something of corn flour or something like that. What to do is just dab it in the edge. So if you've got a anti-static bag, just dab into the edge. What that's going to do is that's going to de-stick the edges. Don't take this top bit off first, because if you do that, then you're going to de-stick the actual top. So just go into the corners, a little anti-static bag. That's taken away any of that stickiness that remains around the edge. So first thing to do is just make sure it's nice and pressed down, and then what you can do, go into the edges. Once you've done the edges with the anti-static bag, then that's you ready to go. So hopefully that helps. Don't know about you, Debbie, that's the two things I can think of.
Yeah, absolutely. The only other thing I do with it is where Craig put his on the card first, I put it into them and then put the card on top. And sometimes that helps, but each to their own.
Exactly,
give it a try and find out. You know what, I've got a grab bag, but as it's Craig's, I'm going to give it to Craig and he can have a look at it. So here it goes.
Oh, here we go. You can see why I put these in the grab bag. Now, as if I'm being surprised, because I know what I've put in these ones. We have gone in with our friend. So this is my grab bag that we've got here, full of incredible stuff. And I say stuff lightly because within each pack here, you're getting loads and loads and loads. Now this one is a special friend, putting this one on. This was actually a late addition to the bag, and that was actually made after, no offence to Ben, but this was actually made after I knew that Debbie was on, so I've gone in with friend on that one. 4 elements, so you've got special as well as some of your present. You've got special, you're my best, and that's where you're going to work them in conjunction with friend. So that friend is the balloon stamp and die. Lovely one to use on its own. But if I turn that around, you can see how you've got special. So it could be special friend, and then it could also be you're my best friend. So that play on words, that's included. Then we've gone in with the twirling butterflies. Little fun one. Again, this is classed as a concept, but that can be into a straight square card, a little bit of thread, twine, anything like that. 13 elements within that one there, that's included. Had to put in stags somewhere, had to put them in. So we've done that. We've gone in with our Create a Card stamp and die. Now with this one as well, you can be using the stamp on its own if you want to. Big sizable stamp and die, 6x4. Pop that one in. Then I love the penny sliders. Going into summertime, maybe you're in holiday mode or you're going to be going into holiday, then this is a nice one to then get creative with. Or maybe with the school holidays coming up here in the UK, then that's a nice one for them to get creative with as well. For me, it just feels like that they've come back from Christmas holidays and they're off again. I don't know how Johnny feels with the kiddies just coming off again. Then we've got the peacock. Now this one here was part of our window, is it the window reveal? Is it not the pull down reveal, that's not the right one. Window, is it the window? You know when you pull it down?
Door reveal.
Is it door reveal?
Door reveal.
That was close.
Yes.
Window, door, close. So that was part of that one, but these are lovely stamps to use as standalone. You've got the peacock with the feathers inwards, and you've got that plumage of peacock and feathers coming outwards, but then you've got, of course, the cloud as well as some sentiments. That's in there. Then border stamp and dies, 20 elements in this one here. This worked in conjunction with the pop-out numbers, but these are just the border stamp and dies. Great for your birthday, works perfect for the Sarah Signature birthday box, as does, they all do, but that one would work well with it as well. So pop that one in, and then we are going into the Easter time with the penny sliders, once again with the bunny rabbits, but then again you could be using the bunny rabbit completely on its own. You can be using the die with the bunny rabbit on its own. 13 elements in total. I mean, what a price within that one there. You can see all of that. Phenomenal, isn't it, Debbie? Gosh, look at that.
That's a great one, that bunny in there for Easter coming up, so I love that, and I can't believe the price of that. £25 or $35, absolutely amazing. Now, if you want a grab bag that has some amazing nesting dies in them, Craig's had a little pick and put some of his favourites in here. These are amazing. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Ferreira. This one is our Slimline nesting dies. There's 3 dies in there. It's a great one to have, and just because they're slimline doesn't mean they have to be lengthwise like that. You can use them horizontal as well, whichever way you want. Now, the Bergamo is one of my favourite nesting dies. I love this one. I think the detail in it, the size of it, absolutely beautiful. $16.99 this die on its own, so you can see the value straight away. Absolutely amazing. We've then got our inverted stitch lace circle, so that one is coming in that bag as well. And we've also got the cross stitch square, which is the one Craig used in the very first demo. So if you want to recreate those demos, this is the bag for you. All 4 dies for $28 or £20 if you are platinum price, which is absolutely incredible value. I love the deals that we're doing at the moment. There's just so many, and hopefully you're getting a bargain. Now, we do need to do demo of the show, so we're going to get Craig to just line up his demos that he's done. I think it's going to be a really tough one because he's done some really beautiful cards today. So Craig, which ones have you got?
Right, I've got 3 to choose from. So the first one is from a bag where we've gone into the stitch square nesting dies that we can see they were clemmy. Then within that one there we've gone and we've created a gatefold. That was from the selection that Debbie showed you. And then we've gone in with Sarah's birthday box, number 3. So number 1, number 2, or number 3.
So 1, 2 or 3, get voting. You've got a few minutes to get your votes in. Now, I do need to show you some of our dies that we got on. I think this, for me, is the star of the show. Double discount deals, although you then get your platinum, or if you're platinum, but if you're any, whatever stage you're at in the club, you will get that discount on top of that as well. So it's almost like we're giving you a triple discount. These ones are our decorative nesting dies. You're getting 12 dies in total, which is insane. £19 2 pence or £22 3 pence. This one's your Amalfi. Then you've got your gorgeous Milan, which is just so pretty. The snippability in these dies is incredible. Our Argenta, and then our last one in that one is Bronte as well. So you're getting all of those dies. I can't believe that. That's just incredible. All of those dies for £19 and 2 pence. And then if your platinum price has 50, so this one, the Amalfi, is that, how much is this die, Johnny? This is £16.99. Platinum price, £15.22, and you're getting all the rest. That's honestly, grab these ones, they're amazing. What I love about nesting dies as well like this, they're great for your craft clubs. So anyone that runs a craft club or you get creative in them, everyone can have their own set of nesting dies at the prices that these are at, which is incredible. Now the next ones I have, these are some more of our Italian ones. We've got 3 dies in this collection, but 9 dies in total. So you get 3 dies in each, £13.24 or $15.24. You're saving 60%. You're also getting an extra 15% off, and then you will get your discount from your Club Inspire as well, which is incredible. Platinum price. We're actually going limited stock on this one. I knew these would go. I think they're all going to start to sell out throughout the day. You're getting all the 3 dies. Please be quick, because if it's green on the screen, it soon
won't be seen.
Yes, it will be gone. Limited stock. So you're getting your Vicenza. I can say that normally very well. Vicenza.
You do the accent.
Vicenza, that's the one, Vicenza. You get your Vicenza. I need to do the accent, don't I? The Catania, which is that one, and your Verona. Absolutely beautiful. I think this one is such a usable die. These are not going to stick around. Honestly, you're getting all 3 of those dies for £13.24 or $15.24. That's insane. That's insane, that one. Absolutely amazing. Right, we've got our stitched edge ones. Stitched, that's yep, these. Is this the right ones? Is this our ditzy, or is it the, I've got a fit, it's the big, oh, not the inverted. It is the inverted ones, Johnny. See, I've got them in order. Right, stitched edge ones, zigzag square. Beautiful design. You're getting all of these in here. They're just incredible. So you're getting 48 dies for £30.56 is incredible. You're also getting your rectangles there. You're also getting your zigzag ovals. And then you've got your circles, so your zigzag circles. You're then going into your scalloped edge, so you've got your square lace ones, and you've got your rectangle lace in that collection. So 48 dies in total. You're saving 60% with that extra 15% off. If you're platinum price, you're getting all of those for £24.45, which is crazy. Now, we showed you one of the Slimline ones in the grab bag. We've got 3 more here. We've got our Luca, our Modena, and our Latina. So all those 3 ones you're getting today for only £19. Again, saving that 60% with that extra 15% off. So remember all those double discount deals. Look for those yellow labels on the website, and you'll find all the different deals that we've got in store for you there. Now, nesting frames, absolutely gorgeous. What's different about these ones is they literally cut the whole frame out. They're the ones Craig was using in the first demo, although the square ones only in that grab bag. But these ones are the other shapes that we do. So you've got your scalloped edge square, you've got your scalloped edge rectangle, you've then got your floral square, you've got your floral rectangle, and then you've got your stitched edge rectangle in that one. £49 or £57. Again, saving that 60% plus an extra 15% off, which is amazing. Right, let's just have a look and see if we've got a winner yet. So, we do have a winner, so we'll have a look in a second. The birthday box is flying, and I'm not surprised. Let me just grab that. So it is best ever price. It's the most beautiful box, I think. That actually, I have to take it back a little bit, Craig, because yesterday I did make a bit of a statement saying that I thought Sarah's new box was the prettiest box I've ever seen. But this one is just as pretty, and it's jam-packed with some goodies in there. Over 130 items, which is incredible. As with all of Sarah's boxes or any of our boxes, you get the beautiful papers in there. So these ones are lovely, very pretty, very sort of sorbet colours, those party colours. Absolutely beautiful. They do remind me of ice cream for some reason. Absolutely lovely. We've then got our pennants in there, so absolutely gorgeous pennants that you can use in different sizes. Lots of stencils in this collection. So you've got your happy birthday stencil there, so you can use that in lots of multiple ways. You've got that beautiful circle heart stencil as well. That's going to be great for weddings, anniversaries, Valentine's Day. Then you've got your balloon embossing folder with your stencil and that versatile range of dies, which is incredible. Now you're absolutely loving this today, £42 or $50. And then you've got your gorgeous stamps to go with them as well. But on top of that, you are getting your ribbons, your metal charms and your sequins to make your shaker cards. So you've got loads going on in that box and you are absolutely loving it. So Joe has said, Debbie and Craig, kindly demo the edgeable heart-to-heart die, please, if you have time. Heart-to-heart die, not really sure what one that is, but we'll have a think and see if you could sort of give a little bit more. We might be able to do that later if you give us a bit more information on that, please, Joe. Anna said, thanks for all the tips, Craig. Linda said, nice tips, thanks, Craig. Thanks for all the tips on those smaller strips, so that's all with the guillotine. How do you tighten the cutting arm on the guillotine, someone's asking. Did you want to answer that, Craig, or should I just...
You can do if you want.
Yeah, we can cover that.
Yeah. So what I would say is don't do too much pressure. We'll understand why. But if you take your guillotine, if you just go onto the back here, just up here, this one here, you just need to slighten it ever so slightly. You just need to tighten it. You will find that if you tighten it too much, you can't move the arm. So just ever so slightly, and what that's just doing is that's just pulling that blade just in that little smidge more, and then that just makes sure that it's going to stand on its own, ready for you to cut. But as I say, very, very slightly.
Yep, so nice and easy. So just a little Allen key on the back there and all done. The winner of the show is number 3.
Number
I knew it would be.
Birthday.
Amazing.
The birthday.
Such a lovely concept, that one. I adore that. I've never seen a card like that before, so it's amazing. Now remember, coming up today, you've just seen a snippet of what Craig's going to be bringing us. He is going to be doing a whole masterclass, a 2-hour masterclass at 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Craig, what can we expect from that?
Rightio, so we're going to be using the nesting dies in many, many different ways. We're going to use them how coming up at Easter time you can create treat bags. You'll be able to see how you can then change that as you wish. We're going to be using the foil press as well. It's something we've been asked quite a lot lately, saying, can we now see how we can then use our foil press that we have purchased in with collections that you now do. So we're going to be doing that as well. We're going to mix them by using, making cards. We'll make some boxes as well, do a little bit of home decor, as I say, the treat bags as well. Instead of it just doing, when I say simple cards, layering nesting die on top of nesting die, we're going to break them up as well, so you'll see how the foil one. So we'll foil press the base layer and then we'll build on that. Some of them will maybe only use the base nesting die, some of them will maybe just use the medium and the small. Because that's another thing as well, don't know about you, Debbie, sometimes many of you at home think, say for instance your nesting die set has 3 dies in it, you have to use all 3.
Yeah.
You don't. You can cherry pick. So we're just going to do a big selection, different things, fun things, and hopefully you'll get some ideas as to how you're going to use yours, or maybe even purchase them.
Oh, absolutely. And I, for one, can't wait for that show. We've also got Beautiful Beginnings tonight at 6 p.m. as well. So we have a jam-packed day full of lots of inspiration. Check out Shop the Day. It is literally Shop the Day, not Shop the Show. Check out all those stickers as well, those yellow stickers, all our double discounts, everything that's on there. There's 3 for 2s on lots of different things. So go and shop for your life while we have a break, and we'll see you back here at 2 o'clock. Bye.
Toodles.